YouTube vinyl community, Beach Boys fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens. We're here today to talk about 4 by the Beach Boys, the only EP released during the Beach Boys' time, if you're not counting the Holland EP. This was the only one released during their time. Here's the backstory. This is a fascinating little curio in the Beach Boys' discography, and not one that you see very often. It just doesn't pop up. Released on September 21st, 1964, reaching number 44 in the charts, kind of a low-placing chart number. It features 4 songs from the All Summer Long LP, Little Honda, Wendy, Don't Back Down, and Hushabye. What's interesting about this EP is that it came out 2 months after All Summer Long, the album. It came out a month after the When I Grew Up to Be a Man single, and it came out a month before the Beach Boys concert album. 1964 was just loaded with singles and albums and EPs, apparently. This was a year for them that just saw so much Beach Boys material on the market. It's insane. Oh, they were already working on Beach Boys Today when this came out, by the way. So the 4 by series was introduced by Capitol in 1964 to capitalize on the fact that in England, EPs were a massive seller. They were very, very popular in England, but in America, they just never took off. People liked the single and the album, and that was it. And so they experimented with this 4 by 4 for a couple months, basically. They tried it with the Beach Boys, the Beatles, and Buck Owens, believe it or not. Out of the 3 artists that were featured on this 4 by series, 2 of them, the Beatles and Buck Owens, had like really hard covered jackets for their holding the record. This Beach Boys one is the only one with a paper sleeve, like a normal single 45 sleeve. I'm keeping it in the bag because it's very rare. Like, they pop up once in a while online, but to find one in person, close to impossible. So anyways, Capitol released these in 1964. They sold okay, but not enough for them to be like, let's do that again, because charting at number 44, it was a rough placement. But that's the thing, even though this was marketed at the price of a single, and even the marketing was funny, because they were like, you're getting a bonus single, you're getting an EP, you're getting this, you're getting that. They were giving it all these different names, so I think there was confusion on how to even market this thing without just calling it an EP. They were trying to call it something else. They were trying to introduce a whole new series, a whole new idea for marketing music with this 4 by series, and I just don't think it took off because the marketing was kind of floppy. I understand the reasoning behind wanting to release something like this. In 1964, you were buying a lot of Beach Boys product. A lot of singles came out. A lot of albums came out. They were all over the radio. They were the biggest American group. So I can see striking while the iron's hot. I get that. But these 4 songs had already been released on the album already 2 months earlier. So it's almost kind of like, why bother? But if you were a collector, I can definitely see wanting to pick this up just to have it in your collection. And they were marketing it as like, yeah, these songs were on a record before, but now they're on a 45. Now they're on a single little disc here. Like, it just felt like a weird sort of like cash grab, What's also interesting is that all the songs are in stereo except for Little Honda, which is the mono mix. That's basically it. I'm not going to go into a track-by-track analysis because I've done that already, but we all know the songs. I mean, the cover's fantastic. I absolutely love the font, the picture, the logo, the Capitol logo up here. It just looks really good. Let me show you the record itself, which is in absolutely brilliant shape. But so on the sleeve, they spell out the word 4 for 4 by the Beach Boys, but on the record, it's the number 4. And I've got the Beatles one as well. Not the jacket, just the record itself. So that's it. That's about as much info as I have about this thing. Most of my research on this came from books that I have. The internet just didn't have much to offer, but it's a cool series. It's a very interesting little curio in the Beach Boys discography. Let me know if you have this thing. They're really not that easy to come by. People just didn't buy them. EPs just didn't sell well back in the 60s in America, and people already had these 4 songs. So what was the point? I guess if you had just never bought a Beach Boys album before and thought, well, if I get 4 new songs for a pretty cheap price, maybe I'll pick this up. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe a collector really, really enjoyed them and wanted to get this thing. I don't know. Either way, I'm so stoked to have it. It's an awesome little collector's item. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think about this thing. As far as a rating goes, should I give it a rating? 10 out of 10. What the hell? Why not? Anyways, my name is Giggens. This has been the Beach Boys. 4 by the Beach Boys. Let me know if you have this thing. Let me know if you've seen it. What do you think about it? What do you think about EPs in America? If you grew up in America in the 60s, let me know what EPs were like. Were they common? Were they hard to find? Did they just not, were they not appealing to people? What was the story about buying or not buying an EP at that time? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, my name is Giggens. This has been the Beach Boys, 4 by the Beach Boys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.